Hello my dear students and welcome back to your favorite ma'am. I hope you have enjoyed as well as learned from my previous video. So today we will be taking up an English grammar topic and talk about the sentence. We will also be talking about the kinds of sentences and the parts of a sentence. So let's move forward. Words represent ideas and we express our thoughts by means of our spoken or written words. These words are then combined into larger units to express complete thought. So the largest unit that is described in the grammar is the sentence. So what is a sentence? Come, I'll tell you with an example. Now let's look at the following groups and try to understand their meaning. Pen have I a blue. Does it make any sense to you? Or is this beautiful today's sky? My can't keys I find anywhere. Not every group of words is a sentence. For a sentence, it should have a complete meaning. Like, I have a blue pen. Or, the sky is beautiful today. I can't find my keys anywhere. So these sentences make a complete sense. Thus, a group of words which makes complete sense is called a sentence. Example, my name is Nitin. Give me a pencil. Where are you going? What a beautiful dress. Close the door. The sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense. The words in a sentence are placed in a proper order to make complete sense. A sentence can be made up of any number of words. And a sentence always begins with a capital letter. A sentence has a full stop, a question mark, or an exclamation mark at the end. So now that we know what a sentence is, let's move on to know the kinds of sentences. In writing and speaking, there are four basic types of sentences that we use for different purposes. The first is assertive, also known as the declarative sentence. Second is imperative sentences, exclamatory sentence, and the last is interrogative sentence. So let's take them one by one and start with assertive or declarative sentence. An assertive sentence or a declarative sentence is the most basic type of sentence. Its main purpose is to give information by telling a statement or declaring a fact. It is always punctuated with a period at the end. For example, there is a huge swimming pool at my school. I have just finished reading that book. He ate pizza for lunch. The train is late today. I am watching a movie. As you can see, these sentences are making a statement or declaring a fact. An assertive sentence can also be of any tense, as long as they do their basic job of presenting information. This makes them the most common sentence type. Imperative sentences do not simply state a fact, but rather tell someone to do something. These can be in the form of friendly advice, basic instructions, or more forceful commands. They end with a full stop or an exclamation mark. For example, pick up those clothes. Go clean your room. Close the door. Throw the garbage in the dustbin. Please give me a pencil. Go to your room right now. In these examples, you will note that there is usually no subject because the subject is understood. It is you. Now, imperative sentences can be divided into positive and negative sentences. Let's look at some examples. An example of positive imperative sentence is stop, while a negative imperative sentence is do not stop. Similarly, a positive will be give her coffee and a negative imperative sentence will be don't give her coffee. Exclamatory sentences are like declarative sentences in that they make a statement instead of asking a question, but their main purpose is to express strong feeling or emotions. They are easily recognized because they end in an exclamation point instead of a period. Example: this is the best book I have read. The car has a flat tire. What a shame. That house is on fire. The dog ate my homework. What a beautiful painting. Interrogative sentences interrogate or basically ask questions. These are direct questions and they are punctuated with a question mark at the end. For example, what are the ingredients of this dish? How do you play this game? When are we going to eat dinner? Have you read this novel? How many hours do you sleep each night? Many interrogative sentences start with a question words like how or why, but others are yes or no questions that begins with a verb instead of a noun, like did you go to school today? So now let us try and classify the following sentences into assertive, interrogative, imperative or exclamatory. India became independent in 1947. Here a fact is being stated, so it is an assertive sentence. Are you ready to go? A question is being asked, so this is an interrogative sentence. Keep off the grass. A command is being given. So a command is given in an imperative sentence. Now where did I leave my book? Is an interrogative sentence because of the question being asked. Please leave your shoes at the door. A request is being made, so it is an imperative sentence. Hooray! I passed the English test. It is type of an exclamatory sentence because of the strong emotion. Kalpana has not come back home. It is simply a fact, so it is an assertive or a declarative sentence. Now let's move on to the parts of a sentence. A sentence has two fundamental parts: subject and predicate. The subject is normally the topic of the sentence. It tells us what the sentence is about, or it names the person or thing we are talking about. So the subject contains a noun or a pronoun. The predicate is what is asserted of the topic of the sentence. It says something about the subject. So the predicate contains the verb. Now let's take a look at this sentence for example. Samantha eats ice cream for dinner. Here, the first part of the sentence that names what the sentence is about is called the subject. So the subject here is Samantha. The second part of the sentence that says something about the subject is called predicate. So the rest of the part, that is, eats ice cream for dessert, is the predicate. The subject often says who or what performs the action that the verb refers to. So the verb here eats is referring to the subject, that is Samantha. So let's take up some examples and try to understand the subject and predicate in them. For example, the big brown dog jumped across the log. Here the subject is the big brown dog, while jumped across the log is the predicate. My sweet grandmother wore a blue dress. The subject here is my sweet grandmother. And what did she do? She wore a blue dress. So the wore a blue dress becomes the predicate. Rima's book is lying on the table. We are talking about Rima's book. So Rima's book is the subject, is lying on the table becomes the predicate. The earth revolves around the sun. So here we are talking about the earth, that becomes our subject, and revolves around the sun becomes the predicate. Now there are some sentences that begin with an introductory here and there. In these type of sentences, there and here is never the subject. The subject will always come after the verb in such a sentence. For example, there is some food in the refrigerator. Here the subject will be some food. There weren't many men in the meeting. So the subject here is not there. The subject in this sentence is many men. There are many trees in the garden. Similarly, the subject is many trees. Here is the lost book. So the subject is the lost book. There was a fly in the room. In this sentence again, the subject is not there and also the subject is fly. With this, we have completed all about the sentence and the kinds and parts of sentence. If you liked and enjoyed the video, go ahead and press the like button and don't forget to leave a comment. Also, please share and subscribe this channel for more interesting videos like this. Thank you.